Hey, well, tonight I'm angry about a lack of basic fairness, and I'm sure that many of you understand what I'm talking about, but if you don't, let me go back just over the last year and let's look at some examples where basic fairness was completely ignored. Let's start with this COVID-19 pandemic, where some people were told they were essential. They would get to keep their jobs, they would continue to get paid, they would continue to eat, they would continue to be able to feed their families, and other people were told, you are not essential. Not only is there no job for you, but you're not allowed to leave the home if you can't feed your family. Tough luck. And this unfairness extended to government officials telling us that we couldn't, take our boats out on the weekend while they did the same thing themselves. Government officials telling us that we couldn't eat in restaurants while they did the same thing themselves. And there are many, many examples. Nancy Pelosi having her hair styled while we couldn't have our hair styled, as you can tell. There are many, many examples of unfairness over the last year, specifically relating to COVID-19. Here are a couple more. Why is it that some people got stimulus payments, some people got payroll protection plan payments, others did not? Where is the fairness in that? Now, before I give you more examples of the unfairness, I'd like to point out that unfairness is very, very destabilizing. You may not have seen this, but you can look online and you can see that even monkeys who don't really have as strongly a developed sense of self as we do, they recognize unfairness. If you have two monkeys side by side, the first monkey performs a task, he gets a piece of carrot. The second monkey performs a task, he gets a grape. The first monkey is going to be irate when presented with a carrot for the second time. People and monkeys and animals recognize unfairness. This is something that's going to tear the society apart. There are many, many examples of this unfairness just in recent history. Some protests are legitimate expressions, outpourings of resentment. Other protests are not. Some protests are terrorist uprisings. Other protests are not. Some people are guilty. Other people are not. The rules are very different for each of us. Some billionaires have become far wealthier this year than they were before, whereas the majority of us are drowning. If we had any savings, they are gone now. If we had a job, it is gone now. And for some of us, if we had a family, they are gone now. There is no fairness. This whole concept of we're in this together. David Geffen telling us we're in this together from his $500 million yacht off St. Bart's. We're in this together. Well, some of us are stuck in a tiny New York apartment, unable to go out at all for weeks, then months on end. Fairness is the essential ingredient in a society. It's why we agree to shared sacrifice, because we believe that there's some element of fairness. There's some communal good that we're striving for. And as we disenfranchise more and more of the population, whether it's treating them unfairly, whether it's kicking them off social media, whether it's telling them that their opinions are not worthy of being aired in public, these are damaging blows to the population at large, and they're going to fragment us irretrievably. It's one thing to disagree. People do, even within a family, people can respectfully agree to disagree. Where we are now, we have not agreed to disagree. We just disagree, and we're prepared to fight to defend our positions. Nobody hears the other side anymore. Nobody listens to the other side anymore. Nobody cares about fairness. When we stop caring about fairness, we stop being a society at all. Let's grow back together before it's too late. Please, let's wake up.